You can push me too.
I will.
Yep.
I will.
Yell at me. Do it. I've done autocrossing as well, and some autocross like school where you have people sitting there. Yeah, if you got to verbally abuse me during it, go for it.
You'll be fine, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is Brian Stark. We're in the GTR doing 6 laps with Chas Stiltner, right? Stiltner?
Yep, got it.
All right, Chas, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that went over in the classroom. The most important things. First off is vision. Look where you want to go at all times. Look further ahead than you used to looking, and the mirrors are all going to be set up for me. Second thing, smoothness is key. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Smooth on the brake pedal on and off. Smooth on the throttle on and off. Smooth steering in, and smooth unwinding the steering wheel. Smoothness keeps the car balanced, and balance is what keeps us in control.
Okay.
First set of cones is where we're going to start braking. Second set of cones, we start smoothly coming off that brake and start turning in, letting the car balance out. Third set of cones are apex cone. That's where we're closest to the inside of the turn, rolling back to that throttle, unwinding the steering wheel, and fourth set of cones are exit. Now, you don't have to memorize any of that because I'm going to tell you when and where and how to do everything out here. So what I want you to focus on is listening, relaxing, enjoying yourself, and having fun.
Absolutely.
If we're going to get past, I will tell you we're going to get past to the right hand or left hand side. I'll put my hand on the steering wheel, hazard lights on, the car will pass us, then we'll continue on. If we're going to do the passing, we're going to wait for the hazard lights to come on in front of us. Once those hazard lights come on, I'll put my hand on the steering wheel, I'll say we're going to pass to the right, left, and I'll tell you how. Fully accelerate, smoothly accelerate, or wait. Because if it's not safe, we're not going to go until it is.
I'm going to tilt this seat.
There we go.
Just a little bit more upright.
We've already talked about the paddle shifters. We're going to rock and roll in automatic. If you want to switch over to manual, we will do so at that point. Do you have any questions for me with this vehicle?
I do not.
Okay. We're going to have some fun?
Yep.
Foot on the brake. Foot off the brake. A little bit of throttle around the corner to the left. Watch out for that pillar.
We're going straight out. We're not backing up.
We're going straight. Okay. We're going to bring it to a full stop at that stop sign to your left. I'm going to take a look around, make sure no one's trying to kill us, mainly the drift car, which just left, so that makes it easy.
Oh, wow, this thing braked on its own. Oh, that was you, okay.
Oh, yeah, I started putting some weight on the pedal.
No worries.
All right. They're kind of going slow, so we're going to give them a second. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Smooth throttle, first green cone. Turn it in. Stay left of the second green cone, just maintain your speed. Maintain your speed. Off that brake, just maintain your speed. Right. Maintain your speed. Turn it in, nice and close to your apex cone, that's good. Start squeezing that throttle out to the left. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Full throttle. And brake, stay up high. Stay on those brakes a little bit more, a little bit more. Off those brakes as you turn it in. Get there tight to that apex, maintain your speed. Squeeze that throttle out to the left-hand side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay on that throttle, stay to the left. Sorry. And brake. Stay left, stay on those brakes. Wait for it, turn it in, off those brakes, get in there tight. A little bit smoother on that brake pedal.
Sorry about that.
Not brake pedal. Hold on, easy, you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Smooth on that steering, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex. Start squeezing that throttle. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Back to the left. And brake and stay left. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Turn it in, off that brake pedal. Get in there tight. Don't worry about it, man. Just enjoy. Squeeze that throttle. Squeeze that throttle. Throttle. Back to the right. Stay on that throttle. Stay to the right. Off the throttle. Turn it in. Straight through. Throttle. Brake. Stay left. Off those brakes and turn it in. Get in there tight to the apex. Maintain your speed. Start squeezing that throttle out to the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay in that throttle. Stay to the left. And brake. Stay up high. Stay on those brakes. Turn it in. Off those brakes. Get in there tight to that apex and maintain your speed a little tighter. Start squeezing that throttle out to the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay in that throttle. Stay to the left. And brake. Stay left. Stay on those brakes. Wait for it. Turn it in, off that brake pedal, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed, that's much better. Squeeze that throttle back to the right. Light brake, off the brakes, and turn it in. You want to be much further right next time. Start squeezing that throttle, squeeze, back to the left. And brake, stay left. Wait, off those brakes as you turn it in. A little tighter, squeeze that throttle out to the left, squeeze, 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 back to the right. Off the throttle, wait for it, now turn it in. Throttle, brake, stay left. Off those brakes and turn it in. Get there tight to that apex. Get it tighter. Squeeze that throttle out to the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And brake. Stay up high. Stay on those brakes. Wait for it. Off those brakes. Turn it in. Get there tight to that apex. Tighter. Squeeze that throttle out to the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay in that throttle. Stay to the left. And brake. Stay left. Sorry. Turn it in, off that brake pedal, test that apex cone, maintain your speed. You gotta come off that throttle, but if you want to make the turn.
Yep, sorry.
Turn it in, get there tight to that apex, maintain your speed.
That's
that throttle, squeeze that throttle, back to the left. And brake, stay left, wait for it, off those brakes, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed. Smooth throttle, pass them on the left, go. Off the throttle, turn it in, straight through, throttle, brake. Stay left, off those brakes, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, get in tighter. Squeeze that throttle. You're hitting that throttle a little too soon. That's what's pushing us so far out.
Yep. Catching a little bit understeer. Sorry about that, man.
You don't have to apologize, man. Brake, stay up high, stay on those high. Off those brakes, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed. That was good. Squeeze that throttle out to the left-hand side. Squeeze. Stay left, stay on that throttle. And brake, stay left, a little bit further left. Turn it in, touch that apex cone, get in there. Now start squeezing that throttle, back to the right. This is the left.
I'm not sure where to be here.
That's over on the right.
Yep, sorry about that, man.
Squeeze that throttle, push. And brake and stay left, wait for it, off those brakes and turn it in. Get in there tight to that apex, tighter. Now start squeezing that throttle, squeeze, back to the right, stand that throttle, stay to the right. Off the throttle, turn it in, straight through, throttle, brake, stay left. Off those brakes, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed, that's good. Squeeze that throttle, unwind the wheel, much better. Stand that throttle, stay to the left. Let's go get that Lamborghini.
Yep.
Brake, stay up high. Off those brakes. Turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed.
Sorry.
Squeeze that throttle. Wait for it, we gotta wait for those lights.
Yep.
We're gonna hug the corner all the way around. Do not touch that throttle. Now squeeze that throttle, back to the right, stay to the right.
Thank you. Got it.
Off the throttle, turn it in. See how that opens up the turn so much more?
All right.
Squeeze that throttle, back to the left. And light brake, stay left, wait for it, off those brakes, turn it in, get in there tight. We got one more to hunt. Squeeze that throttle, back to the right. Off the throttle, wait for it, now turn it in, throttle, stay left.
Okay.
We're waiting for those lights. Get in there tight to that apex. Full throttle, push it.
Going.
Just hang out here for a minute, just run it. Back to the left. Off the brake. Turn it, yeah, well, we're gonna have the Ferrari up our ass.
Right.
Squeeze that throttle out to the left-hand side. Squeeze. Stay left, stay on that throttle. And brake. Stay left, stay on those brakes. Turn it in, off that brake pedal, get in there tight to that apex. Squeeze that throttle, back to the right. Squeeze. Light brake, off the brakes, turn it in, get in there tight to that apex, maintain your speed. Squeeze that throttle, back to the left, squeeze. And brake and stay left. That was our 6. We're gonna take it in on that one. So what do you think about that? Dip it off the backside of the track,
Yep.
right back into the pits. You'd have a lot more fun if you drove a GTR out here. Next time you come out here, drive a GTR. Or not a GTR, a GT3.
Okay.
The Porsche GT3.
All right.
These cars are tough to drive because they have a lot of body roll. They're very tall.
Sure.
You get into like one of the little more aggressive cars, they handle better.
Okay.
But you drove well. You just kind of overthought it a little bit.
Yeah.
All the way down, and then we're gonna go into pit 10.
All right. Yeah, it's
Or 9. I'm sorry, 9.
Yep. Just some. I'm not sure why I wasn't staying far enough left. Maybe it's a motor. I don't know why. But the
Foot off the brake.
Yep.
Turn the wheel to the right. But what?
Why I wasn't staying far enough left entering braking zones, right? That was just for some reason not getting close enough to the paint over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but,
and that's the difference between motorcycle and car.
Sure.
It's just a little different.
Yep.
So that's kind of hard to shake usually.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, you start to pick things up here and there. So like I said, if you came out here and did like 10 laps in a GT3, by the end of it, you'd really be burning laps. Like, it'd be good.
Okay.
You'd enjoy it. Those GT3s are amazing cars.
Yep.
This car is not the greatest of track cars. You know, it's fun in a straight line, but as you saw out there, there's a lot of roll to it.
There is.
Which you're not going to experience in most of these other cars.
I did love.
It's just a characteristic of this one.
I did love the throttle on this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
this thing moves.
yeah. Once you clear the apex, you don't have to be. You can be kind of almost ham-fisted with the throttle. It's just like get the fuck on it.
Yeah. And it helps with the front-wheel drive. It kind of keeps everything stable where you can continue. Yeah. So it's good.
That's another reason I picked an all-wheel drive car as opposed to a front or a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah. Okay, so are you driving anything else today?
I am not.
Are you doing the drift ride?
I am not.
Okay, So what's going to happen next? You're going to take the USB to video checkout. You're going to review the video, get your driver's license back, then the rest of the day is yours.
Okay. Thank you very much.